Alright, welcome back to the channel, everybody. I hope everyone's been having a wonderful day. Like, comment, and subscribe if you like the content. I hope everybody achieves something significant today. I'd like to apologize for such a late upload. I had a pretty late start today. I was wondering how many people have killed the dragon out there and seen the end credits. I thought about showing them, and then I decided to just skip them. If I remember right, they're pretty long. I forgot that my bed was still by the horse. I forgot to grab it before I went to the end. So I went back to the end portal and dug a hole from one nether portal to the other so that my base is connected straight to the end. I want to talk about being kind today. Now, being kind to others is important, but just as important is being kind to yourself. The old saying is very true. Your biggest enemy is yourself. I know a lot of people struggle with self-doubt and getting in their own way, or will mess up something simple and call themselves stupid. Though you may think it's joking when you say it, you do internalize that stuff. Now I know stopping outright is hard, but if you catch yourself doing this, I want you to say a few compliments as well. And I would recommend that you give at least 2 compliments for every insult you give yourself. So if you're like, I'm stupid, no, actually I'm pretty smart and I'm kind to other people. Or like, you might call yourself lazy, but you might not be taking into account the other things that you've achieved. Or you might be lazy, but at least you're not like rude to people and you hear them out. Or you might be bad at a certain task, but you're better at other things, or you're just learning. Remember, no one is an expert right from the jump. It takes time and dedication to whatever you're trying to do to get better at it. Here I was just clearing out my inventory to go back to the end to grab the rest of the stuff that I had over there. While I was doing this, I realized how cluttered my chest room has gotten, and I've been desperately needing to make a bigger one. So I actually started in this video toward the end, but I think I'm gonna really work on it off camera today. I've been thinking about what I want to do for this base. I was debating on flooding the glass with water up top and have it spill over and flood the big farm area I have just past the wall. I haven't decided if I'm going to do that or not. I know it's kind of boring, but I figured you guys might want to see the tunnel I made all the way there. It's pretty simple, just mostly netherrack. My pick was getting close to breaking, so I switched it toward the end from 2 wide to 1 wide. I do plan on making a like a nether hub area. I'll probably add packed ice on the bottom so you can run through it faster. Make it big enough to ride a horse through. I might add a ender pearl stasis chamber so I can just teleport from one portal to the other. While I was digging this out, I found one piece of nether. What's that? Makes your gear stronger. I've never used it. I think makes it so they don't burn in lava. Netherite? Is that it? I don't know, I've never used it. I've always liked the idea of having like a, almost like a zoo where I have multiple of every mob in the game, both hostile, passive, and friendly. And here we are at the end nether portal. When I say every mob for the zoo, I do mean every mob. I'm like every variant of pig, the wither. Can you capture the wither like that? And glass, might have to use tinted glass or something. I'm not sure if you can even capture them. I can't be the only one who finds it extremely hard to see after you come in and out of the nether portal, so I always go into third person to see a little better. I really like the bundles, they really help move a lot of items. I've been thinking about different farms I want in my base. With those sheep I have, I think I'm gonna set up an automated auto shearing sheep farm for all the colors. I find the over optimized farms to be a little boring. They also kind of feel like you're on the edge of cheating. Like gold farms, iron farms, or when they use pistons to constantly update, like in sugarcane and seaweed. To me, that just feels cheating. I think half the fun of the game is going out and gaining the resources for your builds anyway. I do like villagers, and I am planning on adding villagers to my base, probably at the very bottom with those iron golems. But I'm gonna have them roaming around. I'm not gonna have them locked up and turn them from zombie and villager back to a villager just to get better deals. I also plan on automating the bee farm I have. I'm not gonna put it in the nether though. I think having it in the overworld is just fine for me. Now, I'm not gonna yuck someone's yum just because I don't like it, and I'm not gonna have those farms in my world. I'm not telling anyone that it's wrong or that you can't play that way. It's just not really for me. I think I'm gonna also make a trophy room to display some of the first items I got, like my first set of armor that's diamond and iron. My first weapons and tools, and the dragon head I think is going to have its own separate area, things like that. I've also had this idea of having like a bunch of block swappers attached to a daylight sensor, so at night a bunch of lights come on that are covered up by, like, in the wall or something. They swap out and are all over the place. Maybe some are in the floor or pathways or something. I'm not too sure yet. I think I'm also gonna add like aqueducts throughout the base to make it look like the water is being moved around to different areas that need it. I also want to add buildings around my base outside of where the packed mud brick and glass dome is at, so it kind of looks like it's sprawling out. I want to add a building to the very top of the mountain peak. I'm not quite sure what I want to put up there, but I'm thinking something, maybe a witch's hut or like something that hangs over. I'm not quite sure. Like something where like the villagers have to travel up the mountain to go to the witch doctor or shaman on the mountain to cure them of what ails them. Or I might put the witch doctor's hut somewhere in the swamp, kind of like if you ever watch Pumpkinhead, kind of like that idea. Pumpkinhead is a little bit of an obscure film. I don't know how many people know about it out there. Let me know if you've ever heard of it, or what your favorite cult classic or obscure film like that is. Mine probably is Return of the Living Dead, one of the best horror comedy movies ever made. The zombies in that movie are some of the scariest zombies ever put to film. Like, there's no way to defeat them. Everyone just loses. I like how they're intelligent. Like, not only can they talk, but they can strategize and, like, plan. Just so scary. Man, now I want to talk about films. What kind of movies do you guys like? Who's your favorite directors? I like John Carpenter. You know, you get Halloween, The Thing, and The Mouth of Madness. Great films. I'd say he's one of the best directors, but no one really talks about him. Everyone always talks about like Stanley Kubrick or Quentin Tarantino. I mean, yeah, everything they make is a masterpiece, of course, but a lot of things John Carpenter made are really good. I also like Akira Kurosawa. I think that's his name. Made Seven Samurai. Every one of the movies I've seen of his are just amazing. I've been trying to talk more in my videos, and I planned on talking throughout the full video, but I kind of ran out of time today, so thank you all for watching. Like, comment, subscribe if you like the content. Be kind to each other, and I'll see you in the next one.
You want to hear something?